Good morning!
Does it ever feel like you are stuck in a loop? Does it ever feel like you were destined for something more, but fate has trapped you? Does it ever feel like something more is happening all around you? What if that were the case? To begin, I would like to take a closer look at the lyrics of two songs by the artist Woodkid that both appear in his album The Golden Age. The first is The Great Escape. Tell me that we'll always be together. We'll be riding horses all the way. 'Cause boy, I feel that men are meant to be more than the shadows of each other. This road is finally standing up to the sky. Boy, we're free, so what is fate to say how things are gonna turn out now? If storms are breaking over great escapes, boy, we'll find how to make it with the rain. This rage will lead us through the burning plains. No matter what they say, we're heroes, boy. We'll get to break out. Now we're finally standing up to the sky. Look at me, boy. So what is fate to say how things are gonna turn out now? Can't you see that we're dead until we wake up? All your dreams are about to happen now. We are racing to the break of dawn. The second song I would like to look at by Woodkid from the same album is Run Boy Run. Run boy run, this world is not made for you. Run boy run, they're trying to catch you. Run boy run, running is a victory. Run boy run, beauty lays behind the hills. Run boy run, the sun will be guiding you. Run, boy, run, they're dying to stop you. Run, boy, run, this race is a prophecy. Run, boy, run, break out from society. Tomorrow is another day, and you won't have to hide away. You'll be a man, boy, but for now it's time to run. It's time to run. Run, boy, run, this ride is a journey too. Run, boy, run, the secret inside of you. Run, boy, run, this race is a prophecy. Run, boy, run, and disappear into the trees. In this video, I will be examining the narrative elements of The Truman Show and tell you what I see in this wonderfully funny and dramatic story. By the end of this video, you may ask yourself if such a far-fetched story is quite as far-fetched as you originally thought.
Day in paradise, folks, but don't forget to buckle up out there in Radioland. Remember, good driver, good driver. He's a good driver, good driver, good.
Wait for the cue, background, wait for the cue. Stand by one. Countdown to action. Stand by, everybody, stand by one. He's heading west on Stewart. Stand by all extras. Gloria, he'll be on you in about 90 seconds. Pops, make sure the coffee's hot. Okay, he's making his turn onto Lancaster Square. Oh my God! He nearly hit balance. Something's wrong. Change frequencies.
Ouch. Sorry about that.
The Truman Show, released in 1998, was written and co-produced by Andrew Niccol and directed by Peter Weir. The movie is focused around the character Truman Burbank, who is completely unaware that his entire life is a show being watched by the entire world. His whole world is a scripted stage. If you were to encapsulate the main themes of the movie into a specific scene, it would be when the director and producer of the show, Christoph, is being interviewed by a different TV personality, and Christoph is asked, "Christoph, let me ask you, why do you think that Truman has never come close to discovering the true nature of his world until now?" To which the director answers, "We accept the reality of the world with which we're presented. It's as simple as that." Truman Burbank is presented a certain type of world, a world in which he can see, and that is exactly the world that he believes. When Christoph, the director, is confronted by a dial-in interview from one of the former cast members and also a woman that Truman fell in love with, Christoph says this: "He could leave at any time. If his was more than just a vague ambition, if he was absolutely determined to discover the truth, there's no way we could prevent him. I think what distresses you really, caller, is that ultimately Truman prefers his cell, as you call it." This, to me, is an incredibly important line in the movie. That Truman, the main character of the story, can discover the truth at any time if he really wanted to. With this sentiment, I think of the line said by George Lucas, the creator of Star Wars, when he says, "We're all living in cages with the door wide open." So, how does Truman escape his cell? This is answered in the plot of the story itself.
Let's go now. I'm ready to go now. Why wait? Early bird gathers no moss. Rolling stone catches the worm, right?
What are you doing? Truman!
Where shall we go? Where shall we go?
Truman, where are we
I
going?
don't really know. I guess I'm being spontaneous. Somebody help me! I'm being spontaneous!
Truman!
Forget Fiji. Can't very well drive to Fiji, can we? What about Atlantic City?
No, you hate to gamble.
That's right, I do, don't I?
So why would you want to go there?
Because I never have. That's why people go places, isn't it?
Truman, I think I'm gonna throw up.
Me too. Locked at every turn. Beautifully synchronized, don't you agree?
You're blaming me for the traffic?
Should I?
No matter what Truman does, he cannot seem to escape. He cannot leave the island he lives on. He tries calling the travel agency. He tries driving off the island by closing his eyes and crossing the bridge. He tries everything, but he just cannot get out. To me, the answer to this puzzle lies in the parable in the book of Matthew where it says, "Immediately Jesus made the disciples get into the boat and go on ahead of him to the other side, while he dismissed the crowd. After he had dismissed them, he went up on a mountainside by himself to pray. Later that night, he was there alone, and the boat was already a considerable distance from land, buffeted by the waves because the wind was against it. Shortly before dawn, Jesus went out to them walking on the lake. When the disciples saw him walking on the lake, they were terrified. 'It's a ghost,' they said, and cried out in fear. But Jesus immediately said to them, 'Take courage, it is I. Do not be afraid.' 'Lord, if it is you,' Peter replied, 'tell me to come to you on the water.' 'Come,' he said. Then Peter got down out of the boat, walked on the water, and came toward Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid and began to sink and cried out, 'Lord, save me.' Immediately, Jesus reached out his hand and caught him. 'You of little faith,' he said, 'why did you doubt?'" Let me explain that a little further. The answer to how Truman can leave the island lives in his past. Throughout the movie, Truman is confronted by a very specific fear he has, and even the director Christoph explains that he purposely constructed that fear so that Truman finds it challenging to escape. His main challenge is his fear of water, which was created through a traumatizing experience when his father died on a sailing accident when he was a boy. This cemented Truman's fate onto never discovering the truth about his reality. Ultimately, Truman's fear keeps him in line, and this is Truman's way out in the end. In the final scenes of the movie, Truman boards onto a boat and sails through one of the worst storms he has ever experienced. He confronts his fear no matter what, and due to this, he is able to escape his reality. To me, This is the central message of The Truman Show, confronting and overcoming fear. In the words of the American author Carolyn Myss, which writes on topics of mysticism, fate is how your life unfolds when you let fear determine your choices. A path of destiny reveals itself to you, however, when you confront your fear and make conscious choices. In the words of the American songwriter and poet Jim Morrison, I think people resist freedom because they're afraid of the unknown. But it's ironic. That unknown was once very well known. It's where our souls belong. The only solution is to confront them, confront yourself with the greatest fear imaginable. Expose yourself to your deepest fear. After that, fear has no power, and fear of freedom shrinks and vanishes. You are free. In the last moments of the movie The Truman Show, after the main character confronts his biggest fear, he then ascends the stairs in the sky. He ascends a stairway to heaven. A voice bellows over him that identifies himself as the creator of his reality. Truman then asks the deepest question of them all, who am I? And he goes on to ask if anything around him was really real. After this back and forth continues between him and his creator, Truman bows and with his arms raised to the sky as if he were on a crucifix, then leaves the show. Truman is freed, and thus goes the story of The Truman Show. There are two pieces that I would like to leave with you for some thoughts on this story. The first comes from the Lankavatara Sutra, a Buddhist text written around 250 BCE. The beginning lies in the recognition that the external world is only a manifestation of the activities of the mind itself, and that the mind grasps it as an external world simply because of its habits of discrimination and false reasoning. And the last one comes from Aldous Huxley and his work, The Doors of Perception. The man who comes back through the door in the wall will never be quite the same as the man who went out. He will be wiser but less sure, happier but less self-satisfied, humbler in acknowledging his ignorance, yet better equipped to understand the relationship of words to things, of systematic reasoning to the unfathomable mystery which it tries forever vainly to comprehend.